what are some of the countries that are favorable to invest in?
So when we look at investments, I mean, we don't think the year-to-year indications are all that important. I think we look at it from a big trend type of view. Feng Shui is a very macro type of study. So we consider an entire period, which is we are at the crux where we are finishing off period 8 and we are going into this thing called period 9. Period 9 will start officially in 2024, February 4th. So this is the date we call Li Cun. So we see that the trend is gonna move towards a north-south trading kind of pattern. That means you will have alliances forming north and south of yourself. Like Southeast Asia will be aligning ourselves more to our northern neighbours and our southern neighbours. China will be the same, Russia will be the same. And then in the other part of the world where you have US maybe forming a stronger relationship with Northern and Southern America, Europe probably forming a stronger relationship with Africa. So we see that as a trend. In the short-term view, I think Southeast Asia provides a very good platform for growth. Why do we think that? Because the north-south energy always starts from China. I mean, Feng Shui is a very China thing, right? And the most immediate south of China would be Southeast Asia.
Yes.
We also see 2024 as a year of conflict. So when I look at the Feng Shui information, this is a year of the three green jade star. And this is traditionally a very competitive star. Plus this year, next year, 2024, is the year of the wood dragon. Dragon itself is an earth sign zodiac. Wood and earth is a clashing type of relationship. And when there's a clash between the top and the bottom element, plus it's a three jade star type of year, we think that conflict or tension will be at a high. So I would invest in places where they are conflict resistant, where they provide safe haven for your money, for your investment. Right. So I think Singapore will probably still have a very good year in 2024.
Actually, on this note, right, because just now you mentioned about the period 9, can you ask a bit more on what is this period 9 that you spoke of?
So all Feng Shui masters are all scrambling right now because 2023 officially marks the end of period 8.
Yes.
Which means that all the clients that I've seen in the last 20 years, their Feng Shui is now void in 2024. So 2024, we have to restart, all the projects again. So we always tell people every 20 years, you should at least expect yourself to renovate your house once. That means refresh your house. Why? Because now the energy formation for your surrounding is completely changed already. And this change is not just affecting your house, it's affecting the entire world. So we think that period 9, that starts from 2024 to 2043, is going to favor some industries more than others. It's going to create new relationships and maybe even a new order in this world.
Right. Okay. Which I think is quite interesting because ultimately, from what I read, they do suggest the possibility of a new global power rising. But of course, until now, there's still quite a lot of uncertainty. We don't know how is it actually going to go. So I think that's really a quite interesting idea or theory that there is.
So when we look at period 9, we also refer back to the old period 9. So there's only 9 stars altogether. So after 9, it becomes 1, and that's where the reset happens. So 9, you always see the decline of something, and then 1, you see the rise of something else. So the next 40 years will be a very interesting generation of dynamics.
A lot of things will be changing.
Yes.
For myself, right, so for our research view is that I think one of the top countries that we currently hold a preference for is actually Japan, which actually this year we do see quite high, record high performance in the equity after several decades of quite stagnating. So the reopening that we see this year is really quite beneficial for Japan overall, which we do see domestic consumption and also tourist spending both increasing, which leads to a consumption-led growth for Japan this year. So coupled with strong corporate balance sheet and also relatively cheaper valuations as compared to the rest of the world, we do think that there will be further upside to Japanese equities, and therefore we have a 4 stars, very attractive rating on Japan. Some other countries in which Japan is actually part of this group are the New Asian Tigers, which Master Mark has actually just mentioned, which is Singapore, South Korea, and also Japan. So Singapore is part of this group that we created or we identified, which some of the criteria for this category is actually sustainable economic growth, technology leadership, having world-class companies and brands, and also having supportive government policies. So I think these are the countries that we are more positive on.
It's interesting we come to the same conclusion based on totally different assumptions.
Very true.